Hi, lovies. I'm just lighting a candle. Just making sure it lights correctly. There we go. Because my client had like zero faith in me doing it, so I'm doing it. It's their special concern candle, which I named it for their specific issue, and I threw a little shade in there at the same time. So if you want your custom concern or special concern candles, I'm gonna give it a name. I gave this one, she's just gonna have it her way right now. That's what I named it. And then for another client, I had, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. That one's gonna be fun. Hi, lovies. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a great, or had a great week. It was a very interesting week. A lot of us might have gotten our egos squashed a bit. Profound dreams. You found yourself a little bit bored in between. That I have felt. Boredom for sure. A lot of you who are getting cleansings done at this time, I know you're fighting back the vapors. I know you're fighting them back, because even when I light the candles, I know it's almost your time. I can feel it's almost your time to completely burst entirely. Okay? So, hi everyone. Happy Friday. So, I wanted to get on here, tell my clients that their candles are doing well. I hope you guys are happy with the shipments that did in fact get delivered today. Lots of anxiety from work. Yeah, I felt that. That's why I was asking you those questions, because I believe this week in particular, the workplace was a little overwhelming. Okay, it seemed as though even if you did your best this week, your boss found something that you did wrong, that you might not have even done wrong, right? It was just like something that you could have did better, but you did your best. Okay, that's why I posted that thing about the Virgo boss in particular, because I have a Virgo boss, and she's just like, you didn't do it right. I said, I did it exactly the way the book told me to. And she was like, yeah, but you got to do that. I said, well, that wasn't in the book. Okay, I just read the instructions. So I was just like, you Virgo bosses, man, like, you couldn't even say thank you. just that I did it wrong. It's cool, it's fine, whatever. I would hate to be a Virgo anyway. You guys walking around just miserable all the time. Lighten up. Okay? Not everything's that serious sometimes. But yeah, the workplace might have had some changes. You might have gained some people or lost some people. You definitely felt something shaky in the workplace this week. That's why I was trying to warn against it the week before. When it comes to dreams, things going on in your head, like boredom. I know a lot of you felt a lot of anxiety, but then all of a sudden you started getting bored, right? Virgo this week. Yeah, yes, Diana, yes. The workplace got weird, okay? So I'm sorry for that, guys. That's just the way the wind moves. This is why I'm doing some general love readings right now, because of the fact that romance and, love and all that stuff might have been put to the back this week, at least in the mundane way, at least in the physical way, where it's kind of like you might not have been talking about it very much, you might not have been preparing very well, picking out clothes to get in the lovey-dovey mood or anything like that. I was ready to start swinging at all the inputs. Yeah. You might need to get some therapy. Just think about it. Okay? At least video, please. Oh, yes. All right. Okay. Just taking a little extra care or something real quick. But yeah, it might have been on the back burner. Might not have been at the forefront of your mind. What I'm trying to do is like wake you back up, because when you have a stressful work week like that, you do become very romantically almost uninspired, right? You get put off very easily, or you get turned off very easily, and you might not, you might have run across someone, or you might even already be involved with someone that might be trying to get your romantic attention, but stuff at work just kind of like put you off with like all humans everywhere, right? So it is a domino effect when you become put off by the humans that are around you at work. The people around you at home tend to, you tend to respond to them the same way, and they weren't around you in the same environment. I think I need another cleansing. You think so, Diana? When did you get yours? Last year? Was it last year? Oh my God, it's been a year already? I mean, if it's been a year, then I would consider it. But I don't feel like you do. I think you're worried a bit. Because I think what it is it's like when you get a cleansing, it's like a clean slate. So you have to put things onto that slate. And even when you take things off of it, you still have to, be confident that you are still doing things correctly, right? Even if you put things on that you maybe made a mistake about, or changed your mind about, and you want to send it away, the cleansing actually kind of helps with you, navigating. Yes, last year. I think I have to check Messenger. Wow. If it's been a year, then yes, I would consider it. I don't feel like you urgently need to do that. But you can feel better than I can with that one, but I still don't think you need a cleansing exactly. I think you need a focus. Okay? A focus point on what it is you really want and how you're going to achieve that. Okay? You might have noticed in the last year that you haven't been so desperate for things. That's one thing that a cleansing does help with, how desperate you are for certain things to happen. If you do feel like you're becoming that way again, I would suggest to do like a minor cleansing, like soaking in Florida water in a bath, a sea salt bath, for like an hour or so. But definitely, okay. Oh my God, I'm trying to catch up. If your what comes off? Alright. So, I'm just going to put out some cards. Alright. So, for those of you who have been going on a lovescapade, or really putting yourself out there, making it my hoop earrings. Oh, yeah. We'll see, Diana. For those of you who have been making a very obvious, intent to find a partner, or find a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or just like a love interest in general, for those of you who have been making it very obvious to a lot of people, the message that comes for you, okay, this is quite a few of you, okay, it says release your ex. Because when you are, so to speak, desperately trying to fill that void with someone else, it's because you are still wanting what you had with your ex. You're still remembering, reminiscing, and all those things. Cindy Lopez, you need one. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing like any I'm not gonna do like the paid cards right now. I'm just throwing out a lot of general readings right now because of how the week has been and how it's going to go next week. Next week is going to be almost like a roaring fire compared to this week. Okay, not bad, but next week we're going to be pushing limits. Okay, next week is a pushing limits week. Okay, that's why I asked about your dreams, because when I had this dream, I felt like a lot of other people were connected with that as well. But those of you who are like desperately seeking like love and, you know, attention and affection and all that, you're making it obvious, you're just everywhere. I'm not saying it's bad, but for those of you who've gotten a little bit desperate this week because of all the stress, let's face it, sometimes stress triggers us to want that other person around. It triggers you. It's kind of like, oh my God, I need someone to cry on, I need someone to talk to, or whatever it is. You got to release your ex. Okay, because the first thought that comes to your mind is remembering those times that you've had with your ex, and you're kind of like, oh, I want that again, or I need this again, or I just, you know, I can't live without X, Y, and Z. Well, if you're living today, alive right now, and you don't have it, well, it's living proof that you can live without it. Okay, but I do understand the need to be with another person. I totally understand that, and I feel that. But the releasing your ex part, what is going on? You guys, no Sunday, bye. No, not having trolls today. It is Friday. No. Okay, and I got the weekend off. No. Okay, releasing your S is tremendously important. That in itself is like an emotional, spiritual cleansing. Okay, you've got to understand that whatever you and your ex had was good in some parts, but it was bad in some parts as well. If you're willing to invite those bad things, go back to your ex then. But if you're looking for something better, you need to really manifest that. You really need to go after that. Don't go after someone to fill the void. Now, I'm not trying to sound like Dr. Phil here, okay? But spiritually, that is bad. I've always told all my clients, whenever you're desperate for anything, not focused, not dedicated, when you're desperate. Desperate means if you're hungry, you'll pick up something half-eaten in a trash can. That's desperate, okay? Okay, determined is that I'm going to find $1 and I'm going to go buy something that's wrapped, okay, and healthy or whatever. Desperate, different, okay? You got to release that I'll just pick up anything just to fill that void, okay? Release your ex, very important. Because some of us have pretty great exes. I'm not going to lie, right? Some of us do. We have pretty great exes. But the fact that we don't have that connection, we start to then put blame on ourselves. Like, well, I did something. I didn't know something, so now I got to go and make it right with somebody else. Get that off of you, because that is literally like a beehive for negative energy. That is like a beehive for like demons and just a lot of puppeteer energies to do shit to you, okay? And then it'll keep making you think that, oh, what I'm doing is actually gonna, you know, get me what I want. No, it isn't. It's gonna get you what you think you want at first, and that'll last about a week, and then about a week later, it'll be the exact opposite of what you wanted. Because your desperate lenses made you see something that wasn't real. Okay? Oh. That one flew out. Okay. Alright, for all you desperate dollies, another message is coming out. It says, stay optimistic about your love life. Meaning that just because you have only run into one guy or one girl out of like 100 girls that, you know, guys that you like, and you only found one that you really like, but then that one doesn't turn to be the one that quite makes a connection, don't hang on to them because you don't want to lose it because you think that's the end all be all. If you know something is not connecting, okay, it's okay. Be friends. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But you do not find a soulmate in someone that you settle for, or someone that you have a very, very, what do you call that? Like, what do you call that when you gotta bend the cord in order for it to work? Okay, whenever you have a short circuit connection, that's not soulmate energy. Okay, it really isn't. It says stay optimistic, but that means that even when you come across a great one, that means you can come across another great one. You got to really have faith in yourself. You can't think that this person that I met is going to be the last person I ever meet. That is not true. Okay? Let's face it, guys. If we are not among the richest people in the world, we share the planet with rich people too. So that means they fly back and forth to different countries. Who the fuck knows? You could literally be in a ShopRite for some person from all the way from, I don't know, Albania or whatever, and you could be the most beautiful woman he's ever seen, or you could be the most greatest man that she's ever seen, or whatever. We live in an infinite universe where anything is possible. Okay, the law of attraction is one thing, but you got to understand the law of oneness. If you notice that a lot of psychics don't want to work with each other, because the truth is they have their own businesses. If they have their own businesses and they're able to stay in business, that means there's enough clients for everyone. There's enough money for everyone. If everyone got a stimulus check and everyone was able to pay their bills and stuff, that shows you there's enough money on this planet for everyone. So that means there's enough opportunities on this planet for everyone as well. That is the law of oneness, understanding how we are all connected. So that means if you want to be successful in something, you got to connect with the energy of those who are successful and say, well, there was enough energy for them, there's got to be enough energy for me. I still exist. I exist, so I am entitled to that oneness of success. Okay, that also means with your love life as well. Don't ever think that the woman or the guy that you're with, that you have a split circuit, or what is it, short circuit connection with. Okay, you know it ain't gonna work out, but you're just there because you're bored. Okay, you never know, they could be bored too, and wouldn't that throw your ego off a little? Okay, just saying, karma's a bitch and karma's everywhere. So karma's just like, well, you said you was bored with him and he was bored with you. Okay, so don't get mad if he's bored with you too. Okay, stay optimistic and understand that you live in an infinite universe. Don't think that only because you walk down this street, it's all you're gonna find. Okay, well, if that's how you feel, walk down a different street. In this universe, there's plenty of streets for you to walk down for the very first time. And let's face it, guys, don't you guys remember when we were in high school? I'm talking about girls though. Hold on. I just want to just monopolize the conversation a bit. Talking about girls, right? There'd be like a new guy that would come to the school. I'm sorry, a new girl that would come to the school, right? And all the guys want to be with her, right? All of a sudden, like, the one girl gets the attention from all the guys and you get freaking upset, don't you? Right? Remember that? Remember those days? I remember. Okay? You just be like, I've been in front of you this entire time, but you didn't even notice me or whatever, because the law of oneness works in her favor, because she was somewhere that maybe nobody noticed her, but then she went somewhere different where everyone noticed her. It is the law of oneness that exists in the universe. That happens at the workplace. You get one new employee, then all of a sudden the boss is raving about that new employee. Okay? Understand, when you put yourself in a new environment, it's not impossible. In fact, it's more possible. If you feel as though you're not getting the results where you are, move around. You don't gotta move to a whole other city, but like, shit, you're just gonna be like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna drive to Philly one day. I haven't been there in 10 years. I don't know, your soulmate could be picking up cheese off the fucking street, and there he is, and there she is, who knows, okay? You gotta really involve yourself with the law of oneness. Stay optimistic, and I know that was a really long-winded message, but it's very important that you understand, okay? Just remember that, like, that's like a real example. Oops. Maybe you want to be the hottest thing on the block, or go to a new block where no one knows you. Shoot. Because deep down, you have to know what you are worth. You have to know what you are worth. If you keep settling for a short circuit, you're telling yourself you only deserve a short circuit. Okay? You don't. I like this one, because this one I had to talk a lot about this week when I gave my love readings. Okay? Forgiving and learning. And that has a lot to do with releasing your ex. Okay? You can't be like, oh, I've been through so much. I've been hurt. Everyone's been hurt, honey. Okay? Everyone's been hurt in that particular way. However, we do at some point have to pick ourselves up and move on. Okay? So the truth is, what do you want to do? You want to romanticize the past? Do you want to stay in there? Okay? Do you want to stay in that state of mind? Do you want to keep remembering the times you got hurt to keep going back to it all the time? Do you really? No. Do you want to spend the rest of your life, with the little violin or whatever? Do you want to sing the sad song all the way to the end? No, you don't. Okay? So the forgiving and learning is understanding that you've done some bad things. Let's face it, we're not all the victims here either. Okay? They've done some bad things, and here we are. Okay? Still looking for love and an affection and a connection. Okay? You cannot literally dump on somebody and then move on to the other person, because the law of karma doesn't allow that. Okay, you can be like, oh, you're so desperate for looking for another person and you haven't apologized to X, Y, and Z. Let's face it, you guys, for those of you who've dated really bad men and they're like, well, I got a new girlfriend, I'm fine without you, they never apologized to you. What happens? The girl ends up leaving them, they end up having drama. It's karma, the law of karma. Same thing goes for women too. It happens to women. If you don't apologize, or if you don't ever heal that relationship, okay, or heal that time in your life in the past and say like, well, I'm just not gonna be nice anymore, or I'm just not gonna, be so trusting anymore. You have literally, like, you have stopped aging at the time you had trauma. You stopped aging after that point, because you're not doing anybody's favors by being mean all the time, right? You're not doing anyone favors. You meet the love of your life, right? And he's picking up cheese off the sidewalk or whatever, and you're just like, excuse me, but I'm walking here, and you're rude to the love of your life. Like, how if karma was standing between you two, you think she's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's your soulmate, so you can treat him like shit for the rest of his life? Yep. Yeah. Don't even feel sparks right now. Just walk right past him so you can continue to be a little bitch that you are. Okay? And then when somebody finds him, they'll appreciate him, because you haven't healed yet. You're not healed enough to be with the right person. Because you just you don't want to be nice. You don't want to be this or be trusting or whatever it is. I know it sounds a little off from how I really am, okay? But let's just face it. We all want to be with someone that we can be vulnerable with, that we can tell secrets to, that we can be our full selves to. We want to be with someone where we don't got to suck in our tummies, okay? Or make our boobs look bigger than they really are, okay? And walk around with purple hair and Rugrats clothes without anybody judging them, okay? And they get their own damn blanket, okay? We all want to be vulnerable to someone that will not judge us for who we are. But let's face it, that whole makeup theory that men have, that women put on fake faces, is true. That's why men they change their minds after a while. You presented to them something that technically isn't real. Okay? So, it fades like your makeup. Okay? It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Okay? I'm going to use the most unconventional example. So, your child does something wrong, right? Your child does something wrong, you punish them for it. Do you stop loving your child? Do you not continue to hug your child later on, right? Teach them things and, just really, really do stuff with them? For those of you who have children, they did the one thing wrong, right? And then you forgive them and you move on, right? They've healed from it. You've healed from it. They've learned from it. You've learned from it. Do you continue to love your child years and years and years later? Come on. The answer is yes. Okay? Same thing when it comes to your partners and the people you want to spend the rest of your life with. Okay? And how you pick and choose people as well. Okay? Yes, adults are more intentional than children. Okay? However, your heart has to be just as receptive to forgiveness. Okay? Even to someone who does things intentional. Okay? You don't have to be in their lives anymore, but the forgiving part still has to be present. You can forgive people and not be with them. Okay? But you had to forgive. That was that person. You move on. Okay? The forgiving part is always a part of your heart. For you to deny it to one person only hurts you. I found this to be true. Okay? As stubborn as I am. Okay? It's actually true. Alright? So that forgiving part of your heart will always exist. Alright? You guys don't think that I've forgiven my ex-husband? I have. He's done some terrible things to me that have really, really, I would never even think that I would experience in a human life. Okay? That's one person. Okay? The fact that I could even forgive him really has a lot to do with him, really not me. He was just basically saying, like, I was just a different person then, you know, and I meant it then, but I would never do that today. But the truth is, it's over and done with. Let it go. I have to let it go. I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm with my boyfriend James, and I'm just so scared he's gonna do what my ex-husband did. James is not my ex-husband. If I keep anticipating him to do the wrong thing, I am closing off that part of my heart. This way, he doesn't even get all of my heart. Okay? He doesn't even get all of what I'm trying to give him in the first place. If that even made any sense, guys. You know, I just ramble on here when I don't take my medication. Okay? For those of you who are married and you've had problems and issues, let's face it, what you really want is someone that you can be vulnerable with. And if they mess up one time, and I don't mean cheating, guys, you know how I feel about cheating, okay? But I mean, if they, like, you know, do something human and they make a mistake, okay, like, that part of your heart to forgive is still active. It's still there. You denying it to that person is basically you building up walls between you and that person. And then you now cannot have what you really want. So don't build your own wall between what you want. Okay? That's one of the self-sabotaging ways that I had to come to terms with. I had to meditate a lot for that one. Because I'm stubborn as a rock. Like, I'm stubborn. But I had to realize that I was building up my own damn walls. Alright, this is a great one. Let go of control issues. Now, we live in 2021. The man role, the woman role, the female role, whatever role that you think you're supposed to play. When you love someone, there are no roles. Okay? Everybody's just glad that you showed up. Okay? Doesn't matter who takes out the trash. Alright? You showed up today. So I'm good. Alright? Let go of control issues. Okay? Let go of also people who control your love life. Let that shit go. I know some of you, I cannot name names because everything you say to me is confidential, but some of you still have a religious surrounding. Nothing wrong with that. I don't really bash, you know, that. However, if you are really not that deep into your religion, but you have like religious family, friends, and cultures that expect you to do certain things, well, that kind of places walls around things too, doesn't it? That places walls around people you can associate with, who you can talk to, kind of social media you're allowed to be around, and also it builds walls around your heart too. I mean, listen, I've seen lots of cross-culture relationships. We've all seen them. Right? I've seen some extreme ones though. Okay? And they truly legit love each other. Okay? The control issue also is from people around you. Stop letting them control you. Release your ex, forgive, and stop letting your ex control you too. Okay? Some of you don't get into relationships because you're afraid about what your ex is going to think. Because you guys still live around them, live close to them, or still have relationships with them in one way or another. For those of you who have children, you have baby dads and baby moms. Okay? I understand that your ex might have a little bit of control of, you know, who you see and how comfortable you are with other people. Or a certain type of other people, if anyone at all. Okay? You got to release those as well. Okay, you gotta stop letting other people have that kind of control over you. Okay, because let's face it, even if people had that control over you, right? They can control who you love. Then the person who loves you back doesn't really love you. They love your family. They love your friends. They love what your family wants you to be. They're loving a whole different face. Okay, you need to get someone to love you. Okay, I say it all the time with picking my nose and, you know, clipping my toenails. Okay, I don't care what language you put on it. That's me every day of the week. That's some of y'all. Everyone does it. Everyone picks their nose. Everyone has crusty ass toenails, and you want someone to love those crusty ass toenails for the rest of your life. Okay, stop letting people control your crusty ass toenails. Okay, like you literally need to like. Who is clapping? I heard clapping. Anyway, let go of those control issues. Just allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay? Yes, you are a part of certain cultures and expectations or, you know, whatever. However, your heart, the consciousness inside your body does not have any rules. Remember that, okay? Yes, interracial marriage was always a thing because it didn't matter about skin color or anything like that. It's the two people who love each other, who gravitate toward each other because there's something about the consciousnesses that belong together, okay? I've seen a lot of, unorthodox matches that have lasted longer than typical ones, okay? Ones that people expect. I got my wedding, in June like everybody else, and it was so beautiful, and da-da-da-da-da. And then, we got married at the courthouse because all we had was $20 or whatever, and he's Jewish, and I'm a Satanist, and we just love each other, So, happy, for real happy. No glam, no nothing like that, just happy. Or whatever. And then you see the glamazons getting their heart broken. I thought we had something great. I thought it was perfect. No, it was a perfect show. Sure. Okay? It was a perfect wig on a head. It's perfect makeup on a face. Sure. Because the consciousnesses inside never belonged together in the first place. Okay? I'm speaking from my own experience too. My wedding was totally beautiful. But I knew when I was walking down the aisle, I shouldn't have been marrying him. I felt it. Okay? Let those control issues go. Stop trying to get a role or whatever. I'm the man, so I gotta do this. I'm the woman, I gotta do this. Use a human being that has to be alive right now. Okay? Your house needs the trash to be taken out. Your dog needs to be walked. Your bills need to be paid. Okay? And you need to be happy. Okay? Those mundane things don't ever stop being true. Okay? Be true to your heart and you will feel the oneness of the universe. And I know I'm speaking like I'm half drunk or something. What? Oh my God. Yo, you kill me. You absolutely kill me. Oh my God. I can't. Alright, so what I've come to at the end of this is reconciliation. I didn't get a single soulmate card. I didn't get a single lovey-dovey card. The universe is sending some harsh lessons right now, right? We're still in Aries. And Aries is yeah, lovey-dovey shit, yeah, whatever. Okay, before you get to the lovey-dovey part, y'all need to heal. Okay, because literally, guys, spiritually, just think of it. We're like the C team, okay? We're the nerdy girls with the broken glasses on. Our uniforms don't fit quite right, okay? We need to get it together, okay? Spiritually, why? That Aries is basically telling us, okay? Reconciliation, okay? We got some people that maybe we need to apologize to. Don't ever think that karma is going to always make you play the victim. Karma don't care. Karma does not care about you and your ego, okay? Karma's is yeah, I know he threw you out the car, but a month ago he needed gas money because he did drive your ass halfway across the state, and you didn't give him gas money. So, yeah. Anyway, but karma is basically just you all need to heal. We need to heal, guys. Okay, if you're hearing this message, that's what it is, and I don't really care. I would love to give you some lie, oh, your soulmate is around the corner, honey, just keep looking, and you never find them because I lied to you. I don't got time for that. I don't need to be lied to right now. I'm about to turn my car into the shop. I don't want my mechanic lying to me, cheating me out of $700 right now. I don't need the karma, okay? You need to heal. Everyone that's watching this, you need to heal some part of you. Even if you're married or really in a deep relationship, you still need to heal. There's a part of you that still needs to heal, okay? You might have family members that you need to apologize to. Maybe you were in a bad place at some point and you didn't react correctly, okay? Because the truth is, a true heart that loves understands that other people deserve apologies just as much as you do. Okay? Just like the child who did something wrong. You learn from it and you move on, but you don't stop loving that child, even if someone in the past did something wrong to you, right? Even if it was your sister or whoever, okay? And just like, no, I hate her forever. That's still your damn sister, okay? Like, even, like, if you were wrong, apologize. Because when you hold back, you're holding back the natural parts of your heart. Because if you deeply do feel sorry one random day, and you're in your car, like, I really should call my sister. Like, I really just did not mean that. Like, I just hate seeing her cry. Like, she doesn't deserve that, and I was just wrong. That is your heart being its full self, saying that we need to go fucking apologize. Like, that shit was wrong. Like, we were drunk, we were high, we were in a bad place in our lives. We need to fucking apologize. Okay? And the role part I was telling you about earlier, the roles, oh, well, I'm a woman, I don't reach out, I don't do that. No, you're a human damn being. Okay? It doesn't matter who the man, woman is, who reaches out first, they mean it first. Those are mundane rules that were made up by obviously stupid humans. Okay? It was not a law of the universe saying that the man should come. The universe did not say anything like that. You go find me a universal law that says that only men are supposed to chase women for apologies, and women should always be the victim for stuff. Okay? It doesn't exist. If it ain't written down, it doesn't exist. Because the truth is, across no religion or any belief in this world, it doesn't say that. Okay? Society made that up. Okay? So if you as a woman and you just owe a man an apology, or there's a relationship between you that needs to be reconciled or mended, and you feel so deeply about it, then you make the first move. There's nothing wrong with that. I've gone up to plenty of people in my life. Shit, I went up to an old boss, okay, and wrote her a letter. I said, listen, I didn't mean to do X, Y, and Z this way. It was wrong. I could have done that better, and I'm pretty sure that put you in a spot. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I've been wrong, guys. Come on. I've been wrong. Most time. I take medication and been to anger management, so you know I did a trail of a whole lot of shit. Okay? A whole lot of shit. Got my name on it all backwards. Okay? Reconcile. Because that doesn't reconcile just the relationship. It reconciles your heart. Your heart needs to be reconciled. Your heart needs to know that you did everything absolutely possible, universally possible, to make something that has been done wrong right. It is part of our nature. Everyone has this. Even evil people have this. My ex-husband reached out to me and apologized after 8 years of a turbulent marriage. Was he in prison when it happened? Sure. But you know something? Nothing made him apologize. Nothing forced him to apologize. It was his heart understanding, like, damn, I'm in a bad situation, and I'm pretty sure I made Christina feel like absolute shit because I feel like shit now. It's the law of the, what is it? Not the law of oneness. It's not karma either. But whatever, okay? Nothing made him, no one held a gun to his head to make him say sorry, okay? He said sorry on his own 8 years later, okay? So everybody has it in us, and I tell you all the time how evil my ex-husband was to me. It's so true, you can look it up in court records. Go to the state of New Jersey, look it up, okay? Look up Victor Dickerson III, okay, and Christina Dickerson. Read it. It's all available to the public. It is real shit that did happen. Okay? So, as evil as he was, he can feel in his heart to apologize. I believe he deeply is sorry. I do. I've been very sorry to things I've done. Okay? But that is a part of your heart that needs to heal. You can't just walk over somebody and be like, well, next time I'll do it right. No. That person deserves a reconciliation as much as you do when something wrong happens to you. Just because you're on, my live or you follow spiritual things, that you're immune to the cycle of the universe. You're not. Okay? Trust and believe, honey. I've been locked up for stuff I've done. I damn well did that shit. Okay? Because karma was like, Christina, hi. Hey, girl. Remember that thing that you did that was wrong? And I have to punish you for it? Yeah. I know you spiritual and all, but you have a debt to pay, and you're going to pay it with like 3 days in jail. Okay? Yeah, sorry, honey. There are no exceptions. No one tells me how to do my job, not even witchcraft. Okay? So, yeah. So, someone from your past is returning into your life. Because things always circle back. Everything. Like I said, you live in an infinite universe. Your ex could take a flight to Florida when you happen to be there with your grandma at the same time. Okay? You guys run into a CVS together. Okay? And boom, there's your opportunity, or there is your signal, Okay, because the universe said, oh, you want to avoid that shit? I'm gonna catch you in aisle 8, girl. I'm gonna catch you in aisle 8 and see if you're ready to actually attain what you need and what you want. Because if you can't do this thing that I put you through already, and years later that you're smarter and you still ain't ready, you need to get some counseling, some healing for that. Because you should have been ready 8 years. You should have been ready in 8 years. Okay? Like, you should accept that apology, Christina. It's been 8 years. Heal already. Okay? Some of y'all really need to reconcile and heal. Okay? And when you feel it in your heart, it is a genuine thing. The universe is basically setting off your spiritual check engine light and saying, hey, you want deeper love and meaningful relationships with a romantic partner? You need to heal them with your family, with your friends, with your old boss and your ex-husband. You have to express your heart in every way that it was designed to be. And in your heart, you are feeling to apologize. That is your part to do. You have to allow that part of your heart to exercise itself and exist. Otherwise, the other parts of your heart are not going to be fulfilled, because you're denying you're denying, little spaces and rooms in your heart. You want to give your whole heart to someone? Well, part of your heart needs some work. Okay? Because when you hand your heart to somebody, you need to know exactly what you're giving them. Right? When you sell somebody a car, you know everything about that car. That's the same thing about you, your spirituality, and your heart. So don't be setting your car for sale. Please, can someone please buy it? Please buy it. Okay, what year is it? What color is it? How long is it gonna last? How many people can it fit in there? How many people are already in there? Okay, how many people have already driven this car? What has happened? What happened at mile 3 in this car? Can you answer all those questions? Can you? Okay, if it can go 120 miles an hour, have you taken that car to 120 miles an hour? How does it feel? What happens to it? Does it shake? You have to know everything about your heart. Same thing. Don't ask someone to take it. They just be like, what's in it? Do you ever order food that you don't know you're eating? Same thing. Okay, I know I got all zealous over a silly little thing, but let's just face it. You should know all the ingredients, right? All the working parts in your own heart. You should be using them as well. I never seen anybody drive a car and only use 3 of the wheels. Sorry. I've never seen that. Okay? So your heart is designed to apologize just as much as it is to want to be loved or, need security or need an apology. Okay? A lot of people don't want to hear that part. Like, oh, I don't gotta apologize. That's ego talking. Ego has no heart, by the way. Ego is not your heart. Ego is ego. Ego, in fact, is emotionless. It just wants what it wants whenever it wants it, regardless of people's feelings. Okay? Ego has no feelings. Your heart does. Okay? So that is a bit of a conclusion to my little spiel about the little love readings that are coming up this week. Because like I said, this week is nothing compared to next week. Next week is like a tidal wave of healing. Okay? That's why I was asking about everybody's dreams, because I had a dream that I got invited to a mansion, and there was this room that they really wanted me to go into, but the room only had stairs to go up, right? And I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll go in there. But they were like, no, you got to go in there right now. And I was like, no, I'm okay. But I could hear things being crushed or something like that. And I heard a lot of stuff going on upstairs, at the very, 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 very top of that room, because there was no other way to go. It's either you go in, out, or you go up. There was no other way. And I was just like, I don't want to go. And this really challenged my comfort zone, because I didn't know what was happening in that room. I was too afraid to go in. I just assumed it was something bad, but I didn't really know. I was too afraid to go in, and I considered it an omen because it was a stairway going up. And it was more like, if you want to advance in anything or go further in a relationship, you, Christina, if you want to go further in business, whatever it is, you have to go up those stairs and figure out and find out what's happening up there. Because the truth is, if it's bad, it's going to find you regardless. If it's good, it's going to find you regardless. However, you're given the choice to basically challenge yourself or walk up to it. And I felt very deep. I felt that lesson in the dream. I said, I am really uncomfortable moving forward, uncomfortable moving up. I want what I want, but I don't want to walk up the stairs to what it is. Like, I know other people were feeling the same way, at least come the end of this week, especially having all the issues we've had at work. For some of you, you might have gotten offered promotions and raises, but you don't want the responsibility. You have probably been offered a new position in your family, but you don't want the responsibility. Okay, and the truth is, you might as well be able to handle it. You just don't want to do it. It might come and catch you eventually anyway, right? But given the choice to make yourself do it, for some reason, is the harder thing, right? The universe kind of takes that as a challenge. It's kind of like, oh, so you're not ready to use the legs that you've been using your entire life to go up some damn stairs to the thing that you wanted and you prayed for all your damn life? It's up there. I'm asking you to go. I even opened the door for you. You didn't have to touch the doorknob. I opened the door, but you don't want to go because you're scared to have the thing that you kept knocking on my door about, and it's upstairs. You don't want to go? Okay? It is basically a test of your willingness to move forward in a subject or a part in your life that you are afraid to actually attain. Some of us are afraid to have the thing that we actually want, okay? But I'm not immune to that. I have some fears of things that I want. I have some fears of them. I have the ability now to move out of this apartment. I actually have the ability now. And the truth is, I've frozen solid. Now I can't seem to, move at all, right? As much as all that trash talk I was talking about moving out of here, now I'm just like, oh my God, I actually got it. I'm too afraid to move. The universe is like, you fucking bitch. Like, you knocked on my door for 8 years, and now when I opened it, damn thing, you don't want to go? Okay? That's why I want to do love readings too. Some of you want to advance a relationship. And part of advancing it has a lot to do with you healing. And the healing part, you don't want to do it. Because the truth is, you want that fulfilling relationship. You want to feel the happiness, but you're holding on to the bitterness. You're holding on to, I'm always rightness, all right, type stuff. And the universe is like, wait a minute. Your soulmate is outside eating Doritos, okay? And you're afraid to go up to them and be nice to them and tell them that you actually like their eyes, but they're right there and there's like literally nobody around them, right? You're the only one that can see them, and this is what you do to me, okay? I woke him up at 7 o'clock in the morning and, busted your tires to be here, and you're not going to do it, okay? Push yourself, because you don't want the karma that comes with that. Universe does a lot. You don't want the universe to renege on their agreements, okay? Just being honest with you guys. I like to share my profound dreams when I feel like someone else might have had them as well. I don't feel like I was alone in that dream. I felt a lot of other people with me. That's why I asked about it, because I do know our comfort zones are being challenged. They're going to be challenged next week indefinitely. Okay? So if you have an opportunity, like I said, to apologize, and you're caught in aisle 8 at CVS with the person, okay, it ain't like you ain't ready, or you haven't healed. You have to make the decision to actually, whatever, to say, hey, I am happy to see you, okay, I have missed you, okay, I have released my ex, they're different people, you're a different person, and I'm willing and able to accept the fact and go into a new situation with someone that is new and has nothing and has no attachment to my past, okay? That disturbs a lot of our comfort zones, especially in matters of the heart. And like I said, you want to hand your heart to someone, you need to know every nook and cranny of that thing. Don't be handing people your heart and you don't know nothing about it. You don't know a damn thing about it, because you'd be like, oh, I didn't know that saying was so insulting. I didn't know that. How do you not know? It's your heart. Say, listen, I don't like racist jokes. I don't like jokes about this. I don't like this. I don't like that. Here's my heart. Okay? You should know everything about it, because the other person, They're going to be like, oh, cool, look at that, another person's heart. Cool. Okay? You need to know, release that stuff, heal. Because Aries season is almost over, guys. Okay? And we're going to be moving into Taurus season. When we move into Taurus season, okay, it's a more of a relaxed type season that you're going to be going into. However, it's also a very complacent energy. So don't get so stuck in your ways that you constantly miss out on opportunities. Okay, I'm just letting you know the way that's coming, because May is going to be a doozy, because there's 2 retrogrades in May. Okay, 2 of them. And like I said, you do not want to miss opportunity after opportunity. If you got a husband or wife or whatever and shit needs to be reconciled and you miss your opportunity, don't get mad when they spend 4 a.m. with somebody else, okay? Or who else will apologize. The universe is going to bring it to you. Listen to the purple-haired crazy lady, okay? And be like, damn, the opportunity could be arising literally tonight. As soon as tonight, if not yesterday, okay? For you to, you know, those things to click, okay? So don't let those retrogrades mess you up. Because, like I said, May is going to be a doozy. But we'll get to that at a later date. So I hope you guys have a great night. Have a great Friday. I hope those readings helped you in some kind of way. I hope you can understand something better. If I didn't make any sense, let me know. Okay? Because you know, guys, I be sleepy as hell. But I try to come on here because I love you guys. I do. I really do. I really wish that I would stop being afraid and actually move out, like I kept bragging about. So I'll send you pictures of my new place as soon as I make that decision. As soon as I'm not too scared to go up the stairs. Okay? Thank you. So I get scared too, guys. I'm a human being too. With extra senses, I still get scared shit. But have a good night. Have a good Friday. And like I said, you always contact me, text me, book a reading, whenever. I'm home all Saturday. This Saturday, I got off because I was working too hard, just like you guys were. All of y'all were working hard this week, so I just taking a break. All right? Have a good night, guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.